Awesome.
Hey,
All right,
man.
we're recording.
So big announcement.
Welcome back. To the number one podcast in the world.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
The number one podcast.
Oh wait, is this something else?
No, it's maybe not that. We're in the top 1% of all podcasts as of today.
That's what it is.
Not the number one. The number one podcast in the world. No, we are in the top 1% of all podcasts as of today.
That's amazing.
And how did we do it?
We showed up. Welcome to Shoot the Veil, a mobile app made by wedding photographers for wedding photographers to help inspire you to create and equip you to grow. I'm Sam.
And I'm Donny. And this podcast is about wedding photography as an art and as a business. So apparently 99% of podcasters quit before the 20th podcast.
Here we are.
And this is number 20.
Big 2-0.
So
That's fun.
the
This
crowd's
has been fun,
going
man.
wild. The confetti drop. So
Amazing.
20 podcasts and we have made it to the top 1%.
Let's go.
I think we get a medal. They ship us something.
Do we get a gold star?
I don't know who they is, but
You know, they.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
But
exciting.
It says something like it is this really stupid sense of a like participation trophy, but it kind of feels cool. But no, but it really like I wanted to use this like as a chance to talk about the art of just continuing to show up, the art of showing up consistently.
Right.
And
Right.
It's apparently not a hard bar to get over these days to be exceptional.
Right.
But
Just do it.
But in your business, like this actually means something. So we're using this as a jumping off point to talk about there are things in our business we don't like to do. Like,
Right.
There's just stuff that's got to be done that we don't like to do.
To be clear, we actually love to shoot podcasts.
Yeah,
Like, we
that's
look
not
forward to
hard.
this. This is not one of those.
Yeah.
But we want to dive into what it means to show up
Mm-hmm.
and what that does in the long run.
Yeah.
It's it takes discipline
Mm-hmm.
to do those things that you don't want to do. And each one of those things are different for each person.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's sending emails like myself.
Like, so what are
Yeah.
they for you? Let's just dive in.
I hate sending emails. I hate sending proposals. I hate sending contracts.
Yeah.
I hate doing that.
Yeah.
I would much rather be on the shoot and or editing at my home office
Yeah.
and just listening to music and diving more into the art of things. I like making money. I like seeing money hit my business account. I like to see that, but I don't like the steps and talking about contracts and how we get there. I hate that step. Like I dread it when I wake up and I'm like, okay, we got new inquiries. Let's talk about selling it
Wow.
and all of that. So that's
Part
my
of you
thing.
like dreads getting inquiries.
Right. And so it's like,
Because like now I got tasks.
Now I got tasks, you know, that's my lazy side. And so
Have you ever ignored an inquiry because you're just done with responding?
there are 7 inquiries in my inbox that are not going anywhere right now.
Wow.
Partly because I can't take anymore. So I'm kind of to the point where it's like, well, I mean, I'm going to have to decline them anyways. So, I mean, I don't say that to be snarky, you know, like, you know, I'm wherever, but that is the truth. I genuinely can't take anything else
Yeah.
for like the rest of the year. I'm done. So,
But there's a business side. There's someone out there who's
Right.
like, oh my gosh, send me that wedding. Or there's a smarter business person who's like, if you find great photographers to refer to, they're going to send you more for dates you're not booked. So that's a valuable marketing tool to
Right.
send that wedding.
leaving
to someone.
somebody unanswered is just not professional.
Yeah.
It's not. And so even by not answering and just saying, hey, I'm sorry, I'm booked, is more professional than not answering at all. Because one, they're getting an actual experience with you. Or otherwise, like, oh, they tell their friends, yeah, I reached out to Sam Sykes Photography and he totally cold shouldered me.
Dang.
That doesn't sound good, right? And so maybe
crazy.
that they were open on their wedding day was on a day that I was open,
Huge.
and now I lost that because I didn't answer,
Yeah.
because I was being lazy, and I didn't put in or separate time for that one task.
Yeah. So responding to inquiries. And then also, but it sounds like even if they're your bride already, like it's your couple, like still emailing and
There's certain talk going back and forth where I don't prioritize it, and that's one of those learning curves for me personally. And my brand is like, okay, you need to prioritize getting back to this. As soon as that email hits, you are now on a ticking clock to respond.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a day?
Yeah.
Or is that going to be 10 minutes?
Yeah.
That's a big difference in how they view you.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I lack, and I know it.
Yeah.
How can I be better about that?
Yeah. That's huge. Well, let's name a few more, because I want to dive into answers, but let's name a few more just to kind of catch like maybe more people in the things that are hard to show up for. For me, you mentioned inquiries. Like the thing I hate more than anything is sending the full proposal. Like, I would rather do your wedding for free than send you the proposal and have to figure it all out.
Right.
Like, can I just show up? Like, what's the date? I'll be there.
Okay.
Pay me whatever you want.
Right.
Like, that's literally
But you
what's
can't
inside
operate
me.
like that.
You can't.
No.
And so I have to show up. But I'll put that off for so long. I hate writing the proposal.
Yep.
Yeah. I love getting to know people and like figuring out what they would love.
Right. Exactly. Especially when I'm on the shoot or getting coffee with them or we're doing the engagement shoot. I value that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like every interaction I have with them, I'm getting to learn a little more about what they like. Right.
Yeah, it's fun.
And so that's fun. I love the science of people.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I enjoy. I like to do that. I like to shoot. I like to edit. All of that brings me so much joy.
Yeah.
The other stuff, not so much.
Yeah.
So one way that's helped me
to
actually accomplish those aspects of my business is time blocking.
Okay. Unpack that. What's time blocking?
Setting aside time for that one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be I schedule it in every morning for 45 minutes. And after that's done, I'm done. Like you have to start treating, and this is hard for entrepreneurs like myself, and probably like you if you're listening to this and you're a wedding photographer, you've chosen to go the route of, no, I'm going to answer to myself. I'm going to, build this on myself, and I don't want anyone else to talk to about it.
Yeah.
It's me. The hard thing about doing that is treating your business, your passion, like a job. Setting aside time for just that. We can easily be like, yeah, okay, I'm going to sleep in. I'm going to make my breakfast. And I'm going to sit at the table to my morning routine.
But now it's like a 4-hour routine.
But now it's 12 o'clock and you've got 65 clients that are your responsibility.
Yeah.
Wherever you can be on a 9 to 5 and you can handle that so well. Why? Because you are on that 9 to 5 and you have those, 8 hours of work.
Oh, that's good.
So one, you need to respect your time as an individual and know, okay, I work between these hours.
Yeah.
And I don't work between these hours.
Yeah.
I leave my phone, my business phone, in my office after 5 if I'm not at a wedding.
Wow. Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So I go into work 8 o'clock in the morning. I treat that job, this thing that I love, like it's a job.
Some people are listening thinking like, wait, what? You have a separate phone?
I know. It's annoying, but I don't like having my personal phone blown up when I'm at dinner with my wife.
Right.
That's
smart. I think that's
it's a thing to help protect my marriage from that.
Right.
And I've seen, and I'm saying that because I have the experience of, hold on, babe, I don't want to hear about your day right now. I want to text.
And it's always really important.
It is. It is. And so maybe that's not you. And there was a season of my life where, my bachelor pad days where I'm working 8 o'clock at 12 o'clock at night. And I'm not even lying. That was my grinding stage.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's for a season of time. But where I am now, it's very important for me to put these hours in, and those are my working hours.
Yeah.
I'm still at my home office.
Yeah.
My wife is across the other room. My daughter's across the other room.
Yeah.
But I'm at work. If
Yeah.
they need me, that's fine. I can step out. But in order to get the things done, I have to treat it like it is my job, because at the end of the day, it's my job.
Right. And so in the spirit of this podcast, showing up consistently in that way is the hard thing for you to do, but that's the thing that's going to be the differentiator, because you've got to do that piece. And for me, sending a proposal. For others, it might be doing the editing. It might be, I can't sit down for 4 hours and edit this thing.
Yeah.
But that's your job. And so time blocking is your way of making yourself do it, but in a way that's like, it's going to end. And so something in our brain allows us to push for a certain amount of time into things that are hard, knowing that there's an end for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And just being very conscious. 'Cause there's parts of our brain that aren't conscious. There's parts of our brain, the limbic system is this fight or flight mechanism, and there's hormones that get released when we feel forced to do a thing, or when we feel like we're being made to do a thing we don't want to do, and there's not an end in sight. We're not choosing to do it.
Yeah.
It puts us.
It becomes very degrading.
It feels.
You feel like
degrading.
you feel like you're in a rat trap. And,
yeah.
And it's a lie to say that being an entrepreneur, you're not in a rat trap. You can easily put yourself in that trap.
Yeah.
And when you're always responding to your calls and you're always responding to your texts, you are a person. You're more than your camera.
Man. Yeah.
And we're talking deep now.
Dude, I heard this Navy SEAL talking, and
Really?
he was talking about the hard things. And in the Navy SEAL training, they get pushed way beyond what they thought they were capable of. And he was talking about the difference between being forced into a thing, being thrown into a thing, and choosing a thing. And the mindset shift, like think of a lot of people talk about cold plunges.
Right.
If you fall into a freezing river, you're like dead within, a few minutes. If you do an ice plunge, it's colder than the river, but your mind is choosing to do it, and you can survive for half an hour.
Incredible.
Like, it's crazy, and these numbers were probably totally wrong, but the difference is the point.
Yeah.
The difference between being thrown into a thing involuntarily and how your body reacts versus choosing a tough thing.
Yeah.
And even harder than the other thing, maybe.
Right.
But when you choose it, your body reacts differently. Like, literally on a biological level, hormones are different.
Right.
Adrenaline's different. So if you choose, this is the time block where I'm going to do the thing I hate, suddenly it's not as degrading. It's not as rat trappy. It's, I'm choosing this. And we've talked about like literally having an egg timer.
Yeah.
Like, I know as that thing goes around, my time on this task I hate is going to end.
Yeah.
And I can
for
now
an
endure
hour.
it. Yeah.
I am going to prioritize social media.
Wow.
Okay. And guess what?
Yeah.
When that hour's up, I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
It's not my whole day.
And my personal experience is, if it's not 100% done, I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't get everything done today.
Yeah.
And that's where my workaholic
Wow.
syndrome comes in. It's like, I have to get everything done.
Yeah.
I didn't get this done. I didn't get tomorrow's post scheduled.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's big.
And
Because
so
I feel like if I can't get all of it done, I don't even start to tackle it.
right. And so that's my tendency as well. And so for some people, it's, I don't want to do anything. I want to do this. I just want to go do this other thing. I don't have to worry about it. For me, it's like, I want to do everything. I want to get it all done.
Yeah.
I want to have every wedding edited by like the end of the night, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
There's 6 weddings on your editing board. You're
Yeah.
not going to do that.
Yeah.
So don't feel bad because you didn't handle it all today. There's tomorrow.
It's a big
And
deal.
there's the next day.
But show up today in the extent that you choose for that
Absolutely.
time. Hit go. All right, I'm doing this for 30 minutes. I'm doing this for an hour and a half.
Absolutely.
Cool.
And by squeezing all of that time into its own section, you have just 10x your whole productivity.
Yeah.
Because you're not allowing distractions to come in. TikTok's going to be turned off for right now. And all I'm going to do is worry about social media.
Yeah.
I'm going to edit this wedding for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to get as many photos done as I can.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, okay, looks like I have 200 photos left on this wedding. I'm going to edit for 2 hours, whatever
Yeah.
that is for you.
Yeah.
But you're getting it done,
Yeah.
and you get it done in 5 hours rather than realizing the day's never going to end and I can't get it done. No, you can, and you're going to get it done faster because you're time blocking and you're not letting anything else get between that. You're
Yeah.
not answering the phone. You're not answering the text. You can do
Man.
that right afterwards.
Oh, that's so big. Sometimes I've accidentally left my computer on Do Not Disturb.
Yep.
And I didn't know this at first, but that turns your phone and your iPad to Do Not Disturb as
Right,
well.
right.
And I was like, going through my afternoon, like, I'm getting so much done today. It's all because
Nobody's texting
that
me.
Zoom meeting at 11 was Do Not Disturb. Like, I got so much done.
Right. So make sure you D&D for an hour.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Oh, it's so good though. But the art of not getting distracted with all the other important things, because they're all important.
They're all
and
important.
they all need you. They all need you all the time. But blocking them gives you attention focused on a thing,
Mm-hmm.
and freedom, you're choosing it. So that gives you the right emotions and hormones and all the things inside. You're not starving yourself.
Right.
And you're not squeezing too much out. So I think that's really helpful.
And instead of, we're doing we're doing 20% here and talking, 20% doing here this hour.
Yeah.
We're putting full effort into one thing for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So not only are you doing your job better, you're giving it 100%.
Yeah.
And that's felt by your clients.
Yeah.
It's felt by your clients when you spend the 3 hours editing without picking up your phone. You're not losing that focus. I refer to my mind when I'm editing as a diesel engine. It's going to take me 30 minutes to warm up.
Wow.
Do not break that when that engine warmed up, right?
Oh,
You know what I
right.
mean? It's
Yeah.
going to take me 30 minutes to get into my groove.
Yeah.
And if you're cutting that time in like right before 30 minutes, you got to do it all over again.
Right.
You turn on your TikTok. You went to go watch a funny reel. You lost the focus.
Yeah.
But when you time block and you put aside, like I said, that 3 hours for editing for the day,
Yeah.
5 hours, whatever that is for you.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 10 if you're crazy.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, you can do that, and you can keep that focus, create better work, respond to emails better, make better social media content
Yeah.
because you're sectioning that time off
Yeah.
for those specific things.
That's powerful. That'll
Show
help.
up.
Keep showing
Treat
up
your
in little
job
ways.
like a job,
Mm.
and you'll get a lot done.
Yeah.
You'll have happier clients. You'll have
Yeah.
a happier life.
Yeah. Those rules will give you freedom.
Mm-hmm.
The boundaries give you freedom.
Ooh, deep. Boundaries will give you freedom,
Mm.
100%. And at 5 o'clock, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. And I can go do whatever I want to do.
Right.
I can go to the gym. I can go play basketball with my buddies, whatever that crazy thing is.
Right.
And I'm not worrying about it because
and you're
tomorrow,
not guilty.
I'm not guilty about it either.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to do it over again. And I'm
Right.
going to have that job that's mine that I love to do.
Yeah. All right. I think that's helpful. That's
I think
helpful
it
to
is.
me. I need to put some stuff on my calendar.
Right. I feel like I'm teaching myself something too. And now that I'm preaching it like that, like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
I can do that a little bit better too.
I gotta go write a proposal.
That's right.
Okay. Well, I got a lot out of this. I hope everybody out there got a lot out of this. These kind of things are things that you learn over time, and hopefully we can just kind of speed you up to get this stuff, and you can get there quicker, get farther, and grow your business and create with tons of enthusiasm.
Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in, guys.